Hello and welcome to FinchPlays FIFA 16 with Palermo in career mode. What an incredible episode we had last time round. 2-1 win against Sassuolo, coming back from a goal down. And then despite Swansea equalising in our Europa League game at the Liberty Stadium, we managed to come back for 4-1. Absolutely brilliant. So happy about that. Our next game is going to be against Juventus. Massive game for us. If we do win, we can close the gap to just a single point and still be fairly far ahead of everyone else, which is what I'm all about. Even a draw maybe, just to kind of still Juventus's form, could be conceivably quite a nice thing to have. But yeah, our squad at the moment seems to be the way forward. We're doing really well with this setup, and I'm pretty happy with it. Nothing else really to report, I think. Villalba requested a new contract. I gave it to him. I said that he was a first-team player instead of an important player. He felt very happy about this, and he's quite chuffed with it. Other than that, we're all set. We're in October, so the season's actually going pretty fast already, actually. And in the Europa League, as I said from last episode, we're top of the table with 9 points, which is super fantastic. So, without further ado, we will leap into our first game of the episode against Juventus, and we'll see how we do. Here we are at Palermo's Stadio Classico against Juventus. Oh boy, it is going to be a difficult game. It's a wonderful, I was going to say cloudy day, actually, but apparently it's quite a sunny day today. Against Juventus, they've been in unstoppable form. Absolutely unstoppable form. However, so have we. We've been doing really well ourselves. Our past few games have been really solid, and I'm happy about that. And I want to take full advantage of it. Without Villalba killing people, ideally. That was some dangerous play from their number 24 anyway. As a result, because of what we've been doing so well in attack, I'm going to slap it onto ultra attacking, because these runs that we've been making have been so good. They've been so essential for us in getting these attacks off the ground. That tackle from Chochev isn't a particularly good one. It's probably going to be a booking. No, the referee just tells him to calm down. Thank God for that. Yeah, so basically looking to avoid set pieces like this. What's gone on here? What's happened? Why is it a penalty? This is why I want to avoid set pieces, because I just keep getting fucking handball decisions against me. Jesus Christ, let's have another look at this. Oh yeah, there it is. Here it comes. And for some reason, Hillimark has decided to smash that one with his hand. Oh God, this is not the start we wanted. Candreva's going to stand over it. Sorrentino is going to try and put him off. And Candreva is going to send him the wrong way and absolutely bury it into that top corner. That is so unfortunate. Oh man, every set piece that we seem to concede, I should say, seems to just bite us in the ass. They either get their head on it, or we have handball decisions given against us. This is my penance, I think, for the whole bullshit against Hearts, where we got like 3 penalties in 2 games. Oh boy, Juventus 1, Palermo 0. A less than ideal start for the Rossonero here in the game against Juventus. But this could be the answer that we're looking for if Vasquez had any power in his left foot, which I do believe is his chosen foot as well. Then that would have absolutely been the equalizer there. But as such, he's not much for striking balls apparently today, which is going to be a concern if he wants to stay on the pitch in his current form. But here's Mbolo, and that was a great piece of defending from their number 33. I probably could have delayed that shot a little bit. Built a bit more room for myself here. We are making inroads in the Juventus defence. They are not impenetrable. Let's get that straight. They are not gods. They will bleed. And hopefully, given a bit more time, we will make them bleed. They're number 33, doing so well here to cut up the attacks. And oh God, Gonzalez is going to get a booking. Almost without question. I mean, he fucking should do, even if he doesn't. Oh no, that's a great ball to Candreva. And we've got no players. to cut him down and to stop him in the box. And it's a deflection off our defender from the Mandzukic shot. It is a cruel deflection. Oh, sorry, it was Morata there. Gonzalez gets it caught in his feet, and Mandzukic fires it in, and it's Buscagli, the man under fire in the media, who gets his arse on it and sends it past Sorrentino. Sorrentino can only watch as it flies past him. 2-0 Juventus. Really, really horrible stuff for us. And not too much to be doing about it, I don't think. There's not too much I can think of that's going to fix this. Storaro, I think that was, sending that out for a corner. I'm loath to use the term absolute bullshit, because we've had our own share of absolute bullshit anyway. But yeah, we could definitely do with a wee bit more luck, I feel, to get back into the game here. Fuck! You know, on our form at the moment, we should be expecting to at least. And Chochev up against Sami Khedira. Not a matchup I would like to see. And Gavin Hall-Johnson to Mbolo, but Chiellini read it so well. And now we've got to be careful, because this man Mandzukic, who's been battering away the goals this season, suddenly a very strong Juventus counter-attack, but Buscagli looking to avenge his, I would say, earlier mistake. It wasn't a mistake at all. It was a piece of bad luck for him there. And here comes Hillimark, sending it through for Breel Donald Mbolo. It's going to sneak round. It's going to be Villalba, who's going to send it in. It was into a grey area, and Vasquez takes it down wonderfully. Chochev, not really sure what to do with it. We'll send it back across for Hillimark. Send it across for Lazar this time. And now Vasquez, who was onside, I do believe, through to Lazar. Who's that? Was it a penalty? No, it wasn't. Hillimark now. Back to Vasquez with a bit of room to let loose, and Gianluigi Buffon has to dive to the rescue there to keep it out. The Italian legend. Previous Ballon d'Or winner, I do believe. Mascaro looking to challenge Gianluigi Buffon there. But no luck. It will be... Will it be? Will it be? Will it be? Oh, it's another great save from Gianluigi Buffon. I think it was Vasquez there who got to it. Let's see what we can do. It's going to be Vasquez again, who's going to take this. He's going to send it into a horrendous area, and it's so easily swept up by Juventus, who are now on the break. Here comes Kevin Asamoah. Let's not concede a third before half-time. Goodness me. We'll send it through for Villalba, and we know that Kevin Asamoah... I don't think it is Kevin Asamoah. I've been calling him Kevin Asamoah all this fucking time. He's very fast and physical. Looks like we're going to have to just kind of shut up shop at the moment and hope that we get some breaks. That was kind of not something I wanted to have to do so much, but if it's the way we have to do things, that's as may be. Oh, referee, you can't blow the whistle there. Take off your Juventus shirt, goodness me. Okay, well, an absolute horror of a first half. 2 pieces of horrendous bad luck for us have resulted in 2 goals for Juventus. I don't feel like there's much I could have done about them, to be honest. An early penalty and then a 21st minute Mandzukic strike with a massive deflection means it's Juventus 2, Palermo 0. Let's see if we can change that in the second half. Only the one change in Shinisa and Delkovic coming on for Gonzalez. Gonzalez, of course, picked up that booking, and it would be impossible, really, for us to mount anything to come back at Juventus with if we were to lose him at any point throughout this game. I don't fancy keeping on top of the Juventus strike force with only 3 in defence, and I don't fancy attacking with anything less than what we have at the moment either. So, a tactical substitution for Gonzalez's earlier hubris, I think, and we will continue and see how we do here against the Turin side. Hillimark did see that pass coming, and he's going to try and set up the attack. Here comes Mascaro, who's going to put in a fantastic cross. And it's Chochev that was stood there. It was a standing header and he wasn't quite able to make it happen. Oh boy. Comes Morata. He's going to stab it through for Asamoah. But Gavin Hall-Johnson does well. Villalba as well. Chochev. Oh, through to Vasquez. And Chochev in a hell of a lot of room for some reason. And he will continue going. That will be Mbolo, who gets into a solid area, but he's just crowded out by Juventus players. I just cannot get that shot off. At the end of the game, we will not be able to say that we did not create chances, because we did. And here comes Mandzukic. It's Buscagli that's having to run with him, but luckily the chance will come 2-0 to just park the bus, and I don't fancy undoing that. So a goal, the next earliest convenience, would be pretty good. Hiljemark sending it across to Chochev. Oh, and we've got Vasquez, who's got a shot at goal, and it fizzes just past the post. This is better from us, but it needs to be on target from that range. Mbolo, he's picked it up. He's got the chance, but Buffon was just too close to him to make anything happen. I didn't fancy trying to challenge Buffon one-on-one with skill moves or anything there, because Buffon would have ripped me to fucking shreds. But that was surely a great opportunity for us to close that gap. Oh, Mbolo's not on side, I don't think. No, he's not. Oh, fuck! For us to be stuck like this is not at all what I wanted. But we can see Villalba coming in. We're just not getting the luck of the draw at the moment. Maybe Mbolo sneaking through. It's Mascaro that picks it up. And it will be Vasquez who's going to have a shot! And somehow it goes just over. I think it took a deflection. Maybe Marquisio there. We've got to go short. We haven't been doing well when we send it into the box. And we know that they've got some great defenders. Be able to do something with it. Buscagli not able to do anything, and it's a foul against Palermo. There's just no urgency at all in anyone's play. It doesn't even feel like there's urgency in our play at the moment. It is a good challenge from Khedira. Hiljemark just has nothing left. That's a petulant tackle from Vasquez, and he will be booked for it. It's all coming down around us at the moment. This was our chance to really, you know, run Juventus through, and we have been absolutely screwed out of it. Absolutely screwed out of it by the RNG, shall we say, of the FIFA system. And at the minute we're just killing Juventus players instead, playing the long game, trying to take them out. It's so frustrating. You know, it is one of the most frustrating things to watch, because I know that Juventus were going to be the hardest opposition for us to face this season, probably, especially with the form that we were in. But we were in such good form, we were doing so well, and if we hadn't conceded a handball penalty and then a deflected shot from Mario Mandzukic, we would have been in. We had so many chances ourselves to make something happen, to do something to bring the game back, and we just couldn't take them. We couldn't score against Juventus, and we will pay for it now, unfortunately, as Juventus climb a further 3 points. I think they'll be 7 points clear now. So here we are after that game against Juventus, a disappointing 2-0 loss against them, and they are just running away with things at the moment. All wins from their 8 games. We register only our second loss of the season. As you can see, though, the table looks quite interesting in that Milan are just behind us, but they've got a game in hand. Oh no, sorry, I beg your pardon. They've got a game over us, in fact. So recently the results for the previous teams haven't been too good either. It's Juventus that are doing the business at the moment. The squad looks okay. We're a little bit necked. Our defence isn't doing what it needs to do, basically. But for the most part, I'm relatively happy with the way things are going. I'm thinking against Sampdoria, maybe what we might even do is make a permanent swap for Masucci to stay on, because Masucci has been doing so well for us. There's no two ways about it, and I'm always happy to have an academy kid in the first squad. So our second and final game of the episode will be away against Sampdoria. Hopefully we'll be able to avenge ourselves after that loss against Juventus. So here we are away at Sampdoria, obviously still stinging after that loss against Juventus, putting our gas at a bit of a peep, I guess you could say. But no, our play, despite that, was reasonably good. We were, I wouldn't say even unlucky, we just had poor finishing, which seems to be a staple of the FinchPlays career mode. We had poor finishing, which didn't allow us to take advantage of our chances, and as such we're not able to capitalise on proceedings. Hopefully that will change today against Sampdoria. I went ultra attacking early on against Juventus. I'm loath to do the same again. I don't feel like we were caught out at all. We weren't caught on the break or anything like that. Again, bullshit. Kind of the citing for why, but that's a great pickup from Lazar, and Embolo will fire it into the corner and make it 1-0 Palermo. There he is, kissing the badge, the Swiss striker. Sampdoria were all over the shop there, and Embolo managed to nip in, and a crafty outside of the boot finish from him. That's tasty. Straight past the Sampdoria keeper into the corner. 1-0 Palermo. It's a break for Sansone here. And Masucci's having a trap back, and you know what? He does pretty fucking well. But then he gives it straight to them. And Sorrentino having to come out with a reaction stop there. Fuck me. You would have been credited with an assist there, I think, Masucci. But Sorrentino, what an absolute palm away from him. I don't know what Gonzalez was thinking. Trying to fucking tackle Sorrentino. But yeah, we get a bit lucky with that one, I must admit. Because of that, I think it'd be silly to ignore his great form that he's had. Here comes Villalba, storming in there, forcing a save from the keeper. And Lazar not able to follow up there. And that pass was actually to a player that was dead, so nothing doing. But then that pass was not so good. Mosquera managing to sneak in, and maybe we'll manage to make a bit of room. Send it in low. No luck there. Cleared well by Sampdoria. Overdone there. And Mosquera sends it through. And Villalba will get it through for Embolo, who chops his man just outside of the penalty box. If only it was a couple of inches further there. Moisander Fox by that chop. And it's... ooh, goodness me, that is outrageously close. We do have Hiljemark. He is our man with a plan. A bit too close even to consider curling it too much. We did get it on target, but the wall did its job well there. Not quite able to dip enough. It'll be Lazar that takes the resulting corner and can actually be taken down by the Sampdoria player Carbonero. But he does send it out. But I think Mosquera had a trailing foot there, and it'll be a free kick for Sampdoria. But we're keeping the pressure on Sampdoria at the moment. We're not sitting back, and we are actually, kind of producing what could be classified as chances. That's one thing that tells me that the game's going all right. Is that we're not doing the old one that we casually do, where we just don't do anything for the time that we have. And what a piece of play from Masucci there, who drew in the tackle, and it will be a booking for Di Silvestri. Oh my, Lorenzo Di Silvestri leaping in there. Masucci stopped himself on the ball, and he went in from behind. It's a stonewall penalty. Did so well there, and just dragged Masucci with him, with his hand no less. That's a confusing one. Mosquera will take it, and he'll be aiming for that top spot, and he finds it with ease. Mosquera makes it 2-0 against Sampdoria, and here he is, emulating the Embolo celebration, kissing the Palermo badge, showing his fucking loyalty to the club. Oh man, we are doing pretty well off the bat here. Simple penalty, nothing really to say about it. 2-0. Oh man, yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing pretty well so far. That loss against Juventus was hard. It was hard because I honestly don't feel like there's anything that I could have done too much better about dealing with those goals. Finishing, yes, could have finished way better than we did. No two ways about it. I don't think there's an argument that can be made against that. But in terms of not throwing or not conceding really badly. I think it would be hard to suggest that I could. It's a difficult one to deal with, no two ways about it. But here we are, Masucci, obviously playing really well at the moment. Lazar through towards Mosquera. That was supposed to be a fake shot around his man Silvestri, who is on a booking. There is the half-time whistle. What can I say? That first half was really, really good. It was a great goal, followed by a really solid, convincing penalty from this man here, Pablo Mosquera. He's obviously our penalty man. I'm not going to change the canon if he's happy to slot them away for us. We will make some changes in the second half. Maybe try and bring on some players that we don't use so much and see how we do in the second half. Alright, bear with me here. Barretto's coming on for Carbonero for Sampdoria. But for us, we've got Mackinock coming on, Embolo going off, Erdegaard coming on for Vasquez, and then Pritam Kotal coming on while Mosquera goes off. Gavin Hall-Johnson has moved to the left, Kotal comes in on right back, and then Lazar, as I have done a couple of times this season, is going to go up to that winger position that Mosquera was occupying before. Basically, I think we're playing well, and I fucking hope we continue playing well. But I'm wanting to rest a couple of our players because we had 2 games in relatively quick succession with Swansea followed by Juventus. So we've got to be careful. We've got to be careful about these chances for Sampdoria as well. But we've got to be careful about injuries, about fitness, and we've got to be conscious of that. Villalba doing well, trying to fox his man Silvestre there. We've got Di Silvestri and Silvestre. That's quite interesting. Kotal hasn't had many games this season. He should do, because he had a great season for us last season when he came. So yeah, more of the same in the second half would be good. I don't think we've broken 4 goals, like a 4-goal margin, if you like, this season. So to have that would be real good any time they fancy, giving us the opportunity to do so. Lazar sneaking in. Is he onside? I think he was. And that shot against Pugioni, probably could have pushed that a little bit farther. Shot up from a better angle. It's a bit of a shame there. It will be a free kick for us, actually, in a very nice position, 33 yards. Who we got? We've got Hillimark. We've got Hillimark. Let's see if we can send this, and it's going to not make it over the wall again. I've got to get back into the swing of things because Hillimark has the potential to be such a great source of goals for us with these free kicks. It's Erdegaard actually there, looking to make something happen. Villalba will pick it up and we'll send it back to Gavin Hall-Johnson. We'll take our time with it. We're in no rush at the moment. Kotal sends it through towards Lazar. He's going to send it through towards Erdegaard. And Gavin Hall-Johnson sends it in, and then Lazar fluffs up his volley. It was an open goal for Lazar to maybe get one of his first goals for Palermo. Certainly his first goal this season. But he fluffs it royally. Kotal playing with fire there a little bit, but he does get fortunate enough. And Villalba will roll his man a little bit. We'll send it across and back. And this time it's Erdegaard, and Erdegaard sent it wide. What a terrible finish from the Wonder Kid. Holy shit, that should have been 3 without a doubt. Sends it past the post. Unfortunately, didn't come off quite well enough for us. And Villalba looking to accelerate past his man, but it's taken out. Surely that's a booking for obstruction. Maybe even a red and a suspension for 6 months, but unfortunately not. Erdegaard, I want to make more use of him because he is such a great dribbler, but unfortunately we won't be able to do that yet. Hillimark, however, will have a drive, and Pugioni has to make a great save. I was hoping it would drift off towards the corner. Villalba this time. He's going to send it in, and it's headed in, and Pugioni taking it off the feet of Hillimark. Lucky not to sweep away his legs in the process. But here comes Eder. We do have men behind the ball, but this is a dangerous counter-attack, and it's Barretto, who I believe is an ex-Palermo player, but they're choosing to go back, And it's an odd decision. They should be pushing their advantage a little bit. That pass, not so good. Hall-Johnson does well, and now Erdegaard. And that was a bad foul again. Referee having none of it. It's going to be another booking for a Sampdoria player. This time Fernando. Masucci simply gliding effortlessly past his man. Does really well. And Lazar does far less well. Masucci just seems to be one of those players that is a great size, has good dribbling for what we want to do. I'm happy with that. You know, I sometimes don't put as much emphasis as I should do on players that are just fun to play with. And speaking of fun to play with, here comes Makianok with a fantastic finish. It was slipped into him. He stayed onside. Kotal rode that challenge brilliantly. Erdegaard with a great little touch. Makianok sends it into the bottom corner, away from the grasp of Pugioli. It's a fantastic finish. It's 3-0 Palermo. We are putting it on at the moment, and you know, they're choosing to commit with their attack. I'm going to commit with mine as well and see what we can do. That should make it towards Lazar, who sends it back for Masucci. In for Makianok, and that shot not as convincing as it probably should have been. But yeah, you know, if they're going to throw it at me, I'm going to throw it at them. See what sticks. Gonzalez does well enough there to keep us with it, and the old Villalba Kotal pairing there coming through pretty well. And Kotal does well there in that situation. Is he strong enough? He does get wrestled off the ball by Moisander, but yeah, we should definitely consider introducing him into things a little bit more. He was great, and then I signed Gavin Hall-Johnson, and I find myself not wanting to overcommit. But here comes Lewis Muriel, but he is offside. Hiljemark, maybe was one of the last chances that we'll have in the game. But look at Erdegaard's space that he's got. And he turns brilliantly. Can he avenge himself for his earlier miss? He makes the room for the shot. But Pugioni manages to get his hand on it without too much fuss. That is a strange turn from Eder, as I feel like it included a hand, but Muriel is going to come here, and Buscagli has got to do his job. He does well enough to put Muriel off. We'll put one more up there. And unfortunately, Makianok not able to take it down on his chest, as we've seen him do before, but it doesn't matter because it is a resounding 3-0 win for Palermo away here against Sampdoria. Great goals, great performance, the possession was solid, the chances we made were fantastic, and it's a fantastic win after that horrible loss against Juventus. So here we are after that great win against Sampdoria. Let's have a quick cheeky look at the table. Sampdoria are sat in 14th place at the moment. We are still sat in a comfortable second. As you can see, Juventus registered their first loss. It was against Napoli, who are, you know, they're making their ground on us as well, but proving even that Juventus can suffer some unfortunate results. They've only conceded 3 goals. That is absolutely ridiculous, as well as scoring 21. Our goal difference, however, is pretty good, you know, all things considered. I'm assuming as the season goes on, Juventus will start to drop points at least. But as it is, we've closed the gap to 4 points there. And I'm pretty fucking chuffed with that. So that's where I'm going to end the episode. If you did enjoy the episode, please do leave me a like and a subscription. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.